North American friends, get hyped because Shiny Tapu Koko is now available. Check this out right here. Just a couple minutes ago, Shiny Tapu Koko now available through mystery gift via internet in North America. So I'm going to go and do that right now. For those of you who have not received an internet mystery gift, it's very simple. Like, it's mostly been a lot of codes, but remember in previous games and generations, we've just been able to hop onto the internet. So what you do is you go receive gift via internet, and that's it. It's free. You don't gotta do anything. And then we get a shiny Tapu Koko just like that. So finally catching on with Japan, Asia, Europe, and all that other stuff. And this is all that it takes. Now, this is going to be an interesting gift to receive when you think about it, because it's locked. It's locked to a timid nature. So whenever you see a shiny Tapu Koko, you know what nature it's going to have competitively until we get like maybe Ultra Sun and Moon not having them being shiny locked. I don't know. There's still a lot of discussion that can go on with what's going on with like the other shiny Tapus, because this was mostly just an event for the TCG. So let me go and just claim this inside of a Pokemon Center, and you can soft reset for IVs, kind of, but we're in 2017. This is Pokemon Sun and Moon. Hyper Training exists, but unfortunately this event does not give you the Pokemon at level 100. Because the Tapu Koko that you receive is only level 60, however, that's not really too hard to get to level 100, especially as an individual Pokemon. Like, trying to get a whole team to level 100 can be a little tricky, but there's been so many global missions going on. I have like 28,000 points that I haven't used for like the festival coins and stuff, so you take a couple days and a couple of rare candies from the other events, and getting Tapu Koko to level 100 shouldn't be too difficult. I also haven't checked the IVs of it, but yeah, you are guaranteed 3 IVs, and it's just worth it to use the bottle caps, max it out or anything. If you play the lottery a lot, silver bottle caps aren't really too difficult. Fishing, silver bottle caps. It's kind of like talking about when Pokemon Sun and Moon was first released, you know, the whole hyper training thing. You can kind of do it for certain things, so the events are a nice little touch that you can kind of catch up with all the people that are hacking and cheating the game, and then receive the Tapu Koko like that. Now, any Tapu Koko that you see shiny on the GTS or the Wonder Trade is 100% hacked, because it does not have this ribbon right here. Now, the thing about this is that context is very important, that this is actually a tie-in to a TCG event. The Pokemon Company just isn't handing out shiny Tapu Koko for free for no reason. It actually goes in with the Guardians Rising TCG, as you can see right here, Pokemon Shiny Tapu Koko GX box, and that release is going to be July 14th, which is why Europe gets it first, because their retail, their sale is going to happen before it happens in America. At no point during any of this did the Pokemon Company go, screw America, screw Europe, hey Japan, you're the one that we like, so we're only going to give you the good stuff. You just have to go and look at all the stuff that lines up with this. Guardians Rising, that was released March 17th. You look at the Tapu Koko, that was released March 17th. Now, for the release of Guardians Rising, that is where we got our Lycanroc event. Now, some people were upset about it. Either way, it's a free competitive Pokemon, and a free Life Orb as well. Like, that's pretty generous of the Pokemon Company, and then we're saving the Tapu Koko release for the product line right here, and that's kind of thing. Like, everyone's just so spoiled. Everyone's being so bratty about this. Like, these comments right here made me super upset. Not in America, this is bullcrap. Well, of course it's going to be in America. That once this started getting globalized, we started seeing this event outside of Japan. We saw it in Europe, so of course North America is going to be next. If you're following the time zone trend, that's just going to make sense. Yeah, get wrecked, Americans, that's not cool. I live in America, am I supposed to be excited? Yes, you are supposed to be excited, because this means you're about to get the shiny Tapu Koko. I was pretty sure that we were going to get it around 0 UTC or sometime later in the day, just as time passed, you know? So once the time zone kind of ticked over for like the most eastern part of Europe, then that means we still have a lot of time until it gets over into America and stuff like that. So yeah, Europe, we love you. Free shiny Tapu Koko. US, in a year you'll get it, but you have to go to GameStop and get a code because we want money. No, that is not any... I can tell that because of the P face. It's supposed to be a joke right there. But a lot of people like this. Like, people take this seriously. Like this one right here, you know, not in America, this is bullcrap, 112 people. And a lot of people just kind of sharing the same sentiments. The comment section just became cancerous over that. But that's why the context is so important. That the event came out of nowhere because it's supposed to be prepped. That in a perfect world, the Pokemon Company makes the announcement on their terms. The Pokemon Twitter hasn't really updated anything. You know, everyone's gone home. Pretty much someone just flipped the switch for the Tapu Koko event, turned that on, and said, alright, everyone's going to wake up to Tapu Koko, when in reality, we're just kind of surfing the internet. We're surfing for all this information to get it immediately. So I'm going to expect that the Pokemon TCG or video game thing is going to update with the Pokemon events. They did the same with Lycanroc, as we can see. Probably if we scroll down enough, we can probably find like the Lycanroc event to tie in with the Guardians Rising TCG. So it's going to be on the Pokemon website, and then they're going to say to, you know, coincide with the launch of the Shiny Tapu Koko for the Tapu Koko GX. That's going to be it right there, because we already had this in Japan. Japan had their cool Shiny Tapu Koko GX card, and then we're also starting to like get the localization for that. So yeah, there's the Tapu Koko somewhere through here, and then we had the packs for Lycanroc and Tapu Koko. So hopefully that makes a bit more sense, guys. Like, I also seen Joe Merrick, you know, the webmaster for Zerby, kind of also making these rants that every time there's an event in Europe, people lose their mind that it's not coming to America, but really, it has to make sense. That if they release the Shiny Tapu Koko at the same time as Japan as they did for the rest of the world, it would make absolutely no sense, because we don't know about the Guardians Rising, in theory, or at least we're not going to be keeping up with that as much, and also that means the Pokemon Company, they're going to be blowing a potential for having a cross-promotional marketing activity. That the video game players are so spoiled and self-centered that they don't see outside of this bubble of the video game. That the Pokemon Company, everything that Pokemon does goes outside of the video game. That's why I think it's really cool to look at older games, to look at all the other news going around. That when I say Pokemon Sun and Moon news, and then I go into another large branching news of everything going on in Pokemon, I think that that's very fair. But a lot of the other people in the community, they just seem completely entitled, and it's really disgusting to see what the Pokemon community has come down to. I think the Shiny Tapu Koko really shows this. All the other events, all the people that just complain, and it looks like people want to find a reason to complain. People want to be upset for no reason. I don't understand. That just seems like a really miserable way to live your life, instead of just being happy and optimistic and respectful of what the Pokemon Company is doing. That there's no dark intentions, that the Pokemon Company is showing favoritism in this situation. That's just supposed to be a promotion, and it's all time sensitive. Same with Marshadow. The reason we don't have Marshadow yet is because there's not really any news when it comes to the Pokemon movie, or even the Ho-Oh event, that we're definitely going to be getting that Ho-Oh event as well, because it ties in with the movie. Marshadow ties in with the movie. Ash Cat Pikachu ties in with the movie. I mean, we have Ash Cat Pikachu in Pokemon Go, so it's starting to get that globalization. It's going to start getting into that build-up. And now, I don't know if we're going to be getting a theatrical release for the Pokemon 20th I Choose You. It'd be awesome, and it seems like it could make a lot of sense, but if we're not, then that means all of that build-up. You know, movie ticket pre-orders, that's how you got Ash Cat Pikachu, all of this other build-up. You know, it's going to be months of news. Well, if we're not going to be getting a theatrical release, that's going to be a lot more condensed. So we might have to wait a bit longer to get Ash Cat Pikachu, the Ho-Oh, the Marshadow, but we're definitely going to be receiving such major Pokemon, especially when we look at previous movie exclusives, like all of them, you know, Meloetta, Victini, Volcanion, Hoopa. Once all of that got the localization, then they ended up becoming available through event distribution, so I don't know why people are worried or anything like that, and for the most part, the Pokemon are even usable. Like, okay, mythical Pokemon, they're already very, very prized and restricted in a lot of plays. Same for a Pokemon like Ho-Oh. Tapu Koko, that got a little cheeky because a lot of people were hacking it. I think that hacking problem, a lot of people said, like, watch out, the hacking problem is going to get bigger. I think the only reason the hacking problem was so big is because it was something new, it was something fancy. You can't get Shiny Tapu Koko in game, and the only way of getting it outside of Japan is through hacking, so people wanted to show it off by flashing with that, and then that's going to be really good giveaway and cheating bait and hack bait right there. If anything, people are going to hack Tapu Koko less now because I can literally just use my internet connection, and if you're watching a YouTube giveaway and you're going onto the GTS or going on to Wonder Trade and receiving completely hacked Pokemon, or even if you're doing personal trades with it, well, it's quicker than adding a friend code and doing all the stuff and then getting a cheated Tapu Koko than it is to get the legitimate Tapu Koko in game by going mystery gift via wireless. So because of like all those aspects, I feel like the cheating is going to go down. The reason why I was being cheated so much is because it was inaccessible. That for outside of Japan, that people felt they had to do that, even though it was coming to them anyways. Like, you don't have to own every single event Pokemon that's ever been given away. As I showed earlier today, that if we go to the Pokemon Legality Twitter, the Pokemon Legality Twitter shows us so many exclusives and so many random little events. Like, we have the Mew, we have Cherish Ball Vulpix, we have all these things that are supposed to be, like, they're supposed to be promotional. They're not supposed to be something that's mass hacked and mass given away, and that also hurts the value of it. That I've even heard hackers say so much as that, oh, to keep the economy alive, you know, to keep the trading economy alive, one must hack. That's like printing money. You cannot print money and then have a stable economy. That if someone really wants this event, they're going to give up a legitimately bred competitive shiny, or, you know, a really powerful legendary Pokemon that has the right nature, max IVs, and is competitive ready or something like that. So that's where there's supposed to be value given. But if everyone's hacking shiny Pokemon, everyone's hacking events, then there's no value to it whatsoever. Therefore, there is no trading and breeding economy, which is really sad. And then the exclusives, the rarity of that Pokemon just kind of fades into nothing. But yeah, like looking at the Pokemon Legality Twitter, all kinds of legendaries, all kinds of crazy events. Like there was the 7th Gen Victini is now available at some point, all the Mega Stones and all that kinds of fun stuff like that. So there we go, guys, just kind of looking at the big news update. I think it's awesome. See, like, that's when I saw Shiny Tapu Koko for EU. I knew it was for the Guardians Rising. I knew all the context for it. I was like, we're going to get it soon, guys. Why is everyone freaking out? And then we just get deplorable trash comments like this, and I don't like that mentality. I don't like people being negative for the sake of being negative like that, but that's pretty much what our community exists off of right now, negativity and cheating. And I think the Tapu Koko event, throughout the last couple months, like back in March when we got cheated to oblivion, we were watching VGC players hacking them in for major events as well. Top VGC players, you know, they're just cheaters, and it really sucks. So, like, I think you can really see all of the bad in this Shiny Tapu Koko event, and it shouldn't be that way. Pokemon Company is doing something nice for us. Pokemon Company is doing something good, but the entitlement, spoiled, it doesn't work out that way, so it's really upsetting. But hey, at least we have a free Shiny Tapu Koko that's good for everyone, and if you guys respect the Pokemon Company, and if you are true Pokemon fans, then this really means something, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.